Wisdom by design. Wisdom by design.
Here we are. I have like 30 drinks.
I only have one. Oh, you want to see what I got?
Yeah. What'd you get?
I got a timer, kitchen timer, so I can start timing my projects and how long things take.
Why are you so cool?
Because
That's actually a very great idea. I need to get a kitchen timer.
Yeah, so I can stop. Because she's like, you have this idea of how long things take. You know, they take way longer than what you think things take. And so,
I love your wife. I just have to say.
I don't know.
I don't know. She's kicking your ass. It's great. She's like, you know what, Cameron? You know what you think this takes? You should get a timer.
You should get a timer because you're wasting all of our times.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but us creatives, we like to do that. I will sit there and I'll be like, oh, this is going to be so easy. And then I'll go, nope, got to change the layout. Nope, got to change the colors. You know what? This graphic doesn't look good. I should fix this.
I'm so bad at it. And that's something that I've been trying to adjust when it comes to like pricing, because if you're just paying for a logo, I shouldn't be doing all these tweaks and blah, blah, blah. You should just get your logo. But if you're paying for my most expensive package, then I got you. But otherwise,
you got all the stops.
Yeah, you get this versus this. And that's just how it goes.
Yeah. And the reason we feel that way, you guys, is because, and some of you may not know, everything that goes into a logo or everything that goes into a branding kit, it's a lot. It is a lot of tiny pieces, and you can easily get lost in
that. Yeah, 100%. It's kind of annoying, but you just kind of have to know your value and stuff.
What is that? What is value?
Your value and stuff.
What is value? Oh gosh. All right. What's up, guys? This is episode 5. I'm going to run out of hands once we get to like all of our other episodes.
Yeah. We might not want you to put your,
paper.
Do you want to put your toes on screen?
Yeah, not really. I'm wearing slippers right now. So they've been well loved. They need to be replaced. Don't let them hear you say that, but
your feet need to be replaced.
My slippers need to be replaced. They are as we would say, trash right now.
But trash is also the most comfortable. So
they are. I love them so much, but they are not pretty. They're not. They are my favorite. One of my favorite gifts from Emma. Emma is a gift giver, and she knows what everybody loves. And she got me these slippers like a year ago, and I refuse to throw them away. I even sewed like a patch because they had a hole. Listen, I love them. If anybody wants to sponsor us with new slippers, that would be great.
Yes, I would love them.
That's going to be my new
It's
thing.
only cold for like now in December in Arizona. It's only cold for like an hour.
Man, Arizona in December is amazing. It is like in the 70s, in the 60s. It's so nice.
Like we have to put up with July and August, or half of May, June, July, August, and half of September. But
when it's a sauna.
So worth it. It's not a sauna though, because there's no humidity. So
right, but you can fry an egg on the hood of your car. But
I hate humidity. If you didn't know that,
I do too.
Hate humidity. So I will take dry heat anytime.
So you don't miss Missouri? No, what?
Hate Missouri. Get out of here. Missouri's trash. You can have Missouri. You can have the whole Midwest. I don't need it.
You can have the whole Midwest. Okay, listen. For those of us that are still here in the Midwest, I feel your pain. It is fine. St. Louis. It is freezing outside.
I'm okay.
I kind of want to ask the Google, but I don't, because it's freezing outside. However, the sweater.
We'll go with 30 degrees. We'll call it 30
probably
degrees.
Is. The sweater is well built and ready. It is ready to keep you warm. So, episode 5.
Episode 5, guys.
Sorry, guys. Episode 5.
No, that was a good tangent. That was a good
Yeah.
tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I know
Sometimes
sometimes
people know where we land. I hate the
know.
Midwest. That's me.
I love everything nature related.
I didn't say I hated nature. I just don't like the Midwest.
Cam hates nature. Okay. Cam hates nature.
Butterflies can go.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Grass. Scram.
Grass. Scram.
So we're talking about not losing sight of our why. Our why. Yep. I guess I should do the intro.
You should do the intro.
Okay. All right.
Step off to the side and then come back.
Just wee. Hi guys. What is up, dropouts? I love that. I love that we have our dropouts.
Yes.
You and I are the dropouts. We are welcoming other dropouts. Yeah, we're talking to you. You're in good company here, as we are a podcast for the creative looking to enrich their life with knowledge. We want all the knowledge. We won't be giving you 3 ways to get rich quick. That's just not how we work. We are for the college avoider, the corporate dropout, the person burning the midnight oil on their next big project. We are here to talk with you, offer up the processes that work for us in our business, and to be real. This might be your new fave podcast. We hope it is. I'm Jessa.
I'm Cameron.
And this is Wisdom by Design. What's up, dude? I just saw you a couple minutes ago.
I know. This whole filming in the same day thing is interesting. I like it, though.
Should we, change shirts?
No.
Each time? Too
much work.
Too much work.
We only do 3 at a time, so you can deal with it for 3 episodes.
I'll just, step out and come back with a completely different outfit. That'd be great. So,
and I look like I'm wearing the same thing.
every single time. You wear the same thing every single time, and I'll just change my outfits in between. It's Halloween every day.
Funny. I love that story.
It's Halloween you guys, my 3-year-old thinks Halloween is every single day. I cannot break it to her. I refuse to. So here we are. She made a mermaid witch outfit the other day. It was beautiful.
Perfect.
It was quite beautiful.
I just love when kids do stuff like that because you're like, why? But it's just them. They're just so into it. I've seen kids on the internet.
Creative.
They're like Spider-Man every day. And I'm like, I mess with it. I wish I could be Spider-Man every day.
Right. No, that's because we're not going to be there to crush their dreams. And
100%.
Right. You know what? Halloween is every day, baby. Just go get your bucket. Go get your bucket. Mommy doesn't have candy, but I'll put this chapstick in your box and call it. The other day she came up to me with a bucket and I legit put a quarter. I was like, Mommy has a deodorant or quarter? Which one do you want? And she's like, quarter.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry. I'm already sweating. It's a good time. It's a good time. So this is a joke.
That's the thing about you. Yeah. Jess is the sweater in our podcast relationship.
This isn't my favorite deodorant, but when I get nervous, you guys, I get nervous. Okay. I get the rumbly tumblies. I get the sweats. Here I am. I'm just, it's a good thing I'm married and this isn't I am being real. People sweat. Okay.
People do sweat.
They sweat. I glisten, but people sweat. Okay. So listen.
Glisten.
Glistening. We don't want to lose sight of our why.
Yes.
Why is this important to talk about, Cam?
Because if you don't know why you're doing something, you might be doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. And it's very easy to do it for the wrong reasons.
Very easy.
Very easy.
We've all done it. I mean, we've all seen our friend doing something else and you're like, wait, that looks more fun than what I got.
We've all seen people in our field that are excelling and we're like, ooh, I want that. I want that. And we sit there and we start playing the comparison game.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I have a story. Okay, I'm going to start this off with a story. So I have been kind of, Instagram is a tough area for me sometimes because I do end up comparing myself to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And I will, like, when I started this, I was like, well, I don't really know much about Instagram. Let's find some people who are doing something similar to me and let's kind of copy them to kind of get going and learn more about it. So I've been doing that probably for 2 years now. I'm like, okay, we're just using that as kind of input, and this is how I'm going to do it similar to them. And then the other day, I was thinking about it, I was like, wait, these people they're not even doing this. They don't even have the same why to why they're doing that stuff to the same why that I have. So basically, they are doing things catered towards other designers, trying to trick things out and make things look cool for other designers. But I'm trying to help my clients. I'm trying to help the people in my circle. So why would I go and copy what they're doing and think that it'll work for me? And then get disappointed at myself for it not working. I'm like, they do it. Why won't it work for me? But that's because I lost track of why I started doing this in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's so easy to get caught up in that. Like, I remember looking at all these amazing photographers and going, oh, I love what they're doing. I love how they post this. I love how they styled this, like, all these different things. And then I started realizing, well, yeah, a lot of these photographers are, they have different goals than me. Like a lot of them are traveling all across the world, and a lot of them are, they want to educate other photographers, and they want to like what you were saying, like the designers are educating other designers.
And
then oh my gosh, I was getting so caught up. I'm like, what do I want to shoot, and who do I want to serve, and all these things. Like, I was losing sight of that and getting really confused and frustrated because I didn't understand why it just wasn't making sense. Nothing was making sense. It wasn't working. I wanted to throw it away.
No, that's how it feels. You just get frustrated. You feel like you're spinning your tires and you're just like, what is going on? Like, the people that I want to gravitate toward me are ignoring me. They don't but I've done this for you, right? I'm doing this because my why is to cater to you. And then you look at it and you're like, oh, it wasn't. Like, you were just trying to be like the next guy.
Well, and it's like, and it's not to say that that's a bad thing, because like, obviously we look up to people that like we aspire to be better. We want to be better. But like, what I've noticed was, one of the things we were talking about was how attracting a certain client, they're, you want to do business headshots. You like, so say with me, I love working with women. I love supporting women, especially women in small business, and making sure that they have their websites and their logos and all these different things that get them started. But I couldn't understand why I was booking, like, all of my bookings were very sporadic. They were the occasional, normal client that would come up to me and say, hey, it's that time of the year again. Let's get our pictures taken, blah, 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 blah. But then I realized, I'm like, my feed is so confusing.
Yes.
I have weddings, I have soccer, I have babies and cars and models and like fashion, like I had stuff everywhere. And then I realized that all of that stuff I was doing because it was cool or it made money or whatever, not realizing that I was actually like taking myself away from my ideal client, because I was confusing the hell out of them. Like,
you were watering it down.
Watering it down. Yeah. I was just like spraying and praying. That is a Cam. That is a well-known term in the photography world.
Is it? It's also a well-known term in other worlds too.
It is basically where you just take pictures and you don't care what it is. Just like,
I've never heard that before. That's funny. It's funny. It's nice that they have another use for it. I applaud that.
Yes. That's cool. But that's what it was. I was watering down my content. I wasn't reaching my main audience, and it was because I was getting confused on what I even wanted to do in the first place. And I don't know, like you were saying, you like to serve your clients.
Yeah.
I like to serve my clients too. I love serving people. I love meeting people, talking to people, and like documenting their stories.
For sure.
I lost sight of that because I was just so ready to move to the next step and have thousands of Instagram followers and go into this this suck.
It's
this
the
whole
wheel. Like it's a wheel. It sucks you into a wheel, and then you're like, now you're the one helping everybody else out while you're not getting anything out of this experience.
Yep.
So, and that's probably through the past, maybe the last month, I've realized that. Like, I didn't even know that before then. I was just trying to, I'm like, well, this is cool. Other people will care. And they don't, that's not what they care about. So basically, what this comes down to is you have to figure out why you are doing this so you can best serve the people who you want to help serve. Because ultimately, I'm doing it because I want to help. But if I don't align it right, then I'm not going to be able to help in the best way I can. So
exactly. Yeah. You're not going to be able to reach those people.
No, it's tough. And this is really interesting because this goes really well with branding. Like, so this will go really well with episode 2 that we've already like put out. But
if you haven't listened to episode 2.
Yeah. because ultimately, if you don't know your why, you don't know who you are. So you're going to go out and talk to the wrong people. You're going to go out and try to sell to the wrong people, and you'll ultimately get frustrated and probably quit. Most people quit because they're like, why isn't this working right now? But you have to be authentic. Like, I know my ideal client right now is kind of more so. I haven't really had a lot of experience with different types. I've worked with a lot of people who are engineers going to jump out of engineering or going to set up a side business in engineering. So that's me. So I love working with those types of people because I love the way that they think and the way that they kind of move. And I've worked with a lot of like people in that lane. So that's where I try to cater my even my Instagram is more so catered there now. Like my template for my stories
looks amazing.
look like engineering drawings for that reason.
It looks
because
amazing.
I'm trying to directly serve those people. So
yes, I'm like, Kam is on. He is just on.
I'm on it. I don't know what's going. Like I feel like I'm just being like I have a direct antenna connection to whatever this is supposed to be. It's like speaking perfectly now.
Yeah, you know that's why?
Because you said the word.
Because you know your why. Because you sat down and you said, this is what I want to do. These are the people that I want to serve. We get so caught up in new gear, new techniques, new technology that you know, like interfaces and websites and like all these. We get so caught up in that because we think we want something. Like, you know, I remember being so upset because I felt like my Instagram followers were just flatlining. Like, I'm like, why do all these people have thousands and thousands of followers and I don't? Well, is my work bad? Is this, and this? And then I go, why the hell do I care?
Yeah.
Am I booking people? Yeah.
Yes.
Are people still talking to me and working with me? Yeah. So why do I care if I have thousands of followers? That's just one thing that I don't care about. But I used to spend so much time stressing about it and worrying about it. Like, would it be nice? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But I feel this just goes to say that I feel like we get so hung up on certain aspects that we're missing the big picture.
For sure. And even if you had all those Instagram followers, you wouldn't even know how to activate them.
No,
so it would be a waste to have them.
Yes. And that goes to that literally goes to my next point. Once I stopped freaking paying attention to all that and I started talking to the people that I wanted to be involved in my business, they came out of the woodwork. My followers started climbing and I wasn't doing anything. I was just showing up. I was being myself. I'm talking to people and talking more about what I actually want to do. And that's where everybody started coming from. And it was like, huh.
Yep. And the funny thing is if you know who those people are, you can even go to them and say, like, even we talked about having Zoom sessions with other designers, having Zoom sessions with your clients also is great because you learn what they need. So you become a better server of them. So if your why is to serve those types of people, then they're going to tell you what their problems are and you can actually help them.
Right. So, absolutely.
We're out here guessing when you have people, they're there. Like, we just have to break down these boundaries of thinking that because you own a business, you're better than the consumers that come. No, consumers are number one. They go at the top.
First of all, let us humble ourselves. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this. So I attended a wedding photography summit. It was online and it was a 2-day thing. And it was hosted by Jai Long, and it was out of this freaking world. When I say that every single speaker humbled me, I mean, humbled me to the point to where like there were several of the classes that I was actually crying, and like I'm reading the comments and everybody else is crying too, because we get I know it was nuts. I mean, there are thousands of people from all over the world participating in this summit, and like even though I don't do wedding photography, I knew that there was something that I could learn there. I knew that they had, you know, they had all these amazing speakers. I wanted to learn something. And so I was like, okay, let's sit down and let's listen. There was a speaker. Oh, I want to say his name was Jonas Peterson. I don't want to mess his name up, and I'll put it in the show notes so you guys can hear. But he was literally talking about how, you know, he would travel all over the world. He would travel to, you know, take pictures of these castles and these beautiful valleys and like all these crazy cool things. And then he comes home to a wedding that he was just not excited about. Like he was like, oh, there's no castles. There's no, you know, there's none of this extravagant stuff. But then when he showed up, and this is just paraphrasing because you guys have to go find him and listen to this, because I don't like, obviously I don't want to steal his content, but this is the reason why this episode even exists. He was talking about how he showed up to this wedding in this mindset of, oh, you know, whatever, I'm just going to shoot and then be done. Well, little did he find out, like as soon as he got to the front door, he finds like all these really, really personal things out about this family. And one of them being that the bride and the groom had been saving for him to be their wedding photographer forever. Like they had a jar, and they were joking about how the wife had this Jonah's jar and how they had been saved. They had been putting money in it. And then the photographer goes, okay, I got to run out to my car and get something. And he went to his car and he literally slapped himself in the face. And he said, if you ever go into a building or go to a client's personal day, like they gave you permission to be there. They did. They hired you. They said, you know what? We trust you enough to be vulnerable with you, and you're going to be here with us on this very important, special day. And so many of us get caught up in the logistics of stuff. Oh, this design sucks. Oh, this, they don't know what they want. Oh, they. Yeah. You and I've had this conversation. Oh, you humbled me. Yeah. And we forget that there are real freaking people behind the money that's coming to us. Yes. He literally was like, if I ever go into a job thinking that I am better than what these people, like, than their lives, than their story, than my main purpose of being here, which is to be with them and photograph the day that means the most to them, I don't need to be doing this job anymore. 100%. Period. 100%. Like, we get so caught up in that, and that made me cry. Like I mean, everybody was crying because he was talking about how he got so caught up in being this big hot shot that he completely forgot the reason why he was there. And as a photographer, as a designer, whatever, these people are trusting us with what they're doing, and we are making their dreams come true. 100%. Whether it aligns with our vision or not. Yep. So you have to sit down.
Because it's not even just design and photography, but think about the caterer on that day. They probably saved up money to pay for a caterer that they loved. Yep. Like the wedding cake. Like all of our business feed these type of situations, and we have to realize that we have more of an impact than we have to get out of our mind almost and get out of out of the way, because
we have to get out of the way.
Yeah.
It's not about us.
It's not about
it. It is not about us. You are right. We are serving people. We are serving them, and they are spending their hard-earned money on us. Yes. And some of us, including me, I have even gone, ugh, this isn't at a good venue, or, oh, this isn't at a, whatever, instead of going, wow, they probably saved up a lot of money for this. And it's an honor to even be here. 100%. For the fact that they want me to be here during something so private, like wedding days can be a freaking mess. The wedding industry is a hot mess.
It's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot.
It's a long day. But the same thing goes with designing. We will literally sit at the computer for hours and hours and hours. And it's hard to not disconnect from our why. Because we get so blinded by all the stuff that's in front of us. So all of that goes to say, whenever you get into that mindset, you have to sit down and you have to humble yourself and say, okay, why did I even start doing this in the first place? Why did I pick up a camera? Cam, why did you start designing? Why? Like, why? Why did you start designing?
Well, I started designing because I wanted to help. Like, first off, I was in a fraternity and I really wanted to help support my fraternity so we didn't have to go outside and pay anybody else. So I was like, well, to cut some corners and help the guys out, I'm going to learn how to do this. So I learned how to do it so I can help my best friends basically be able to have the best parties, have the best events, and be able to serve our campus the way that we thought it should be. Like, it should be served. Yeah. So it was really just in service of other people to make sure that we were doing it the right way. Like, that's how I feel about, like, especially people's businesses. I just want you to look good. I want you to do it the right way. I want you to have the least possible resistance when it comes to getting out there and getting going. Because like we talked, there's a lot that goes into everything. There's a lot that goes into running a business. There's a lot, like, so if branding and strategy is the least of your worries, you might be 25, 50% closer to what your goal actually might be. And a lot of people, that's really what, like, brightens my day and makes me feel, like, really happy. When I see someone go and post their logo for the first time and they're so excited, that's like Christmas for me every time it happens. Like, it's awesome. So
and there were blood, sweat, and tears that went into that logo.
And
but but at the end of the day, like, same thing with photos. Whenever I see my clients post their pictures, it is like, because I know, and something personal, I know what it feels like to lose somebody and not have pictures of them. Like, we think, oh, we have cell phones and we have all this and we have that, but I have made funeral cards, like the what is that called?
Pamphlets, the trifolds.
The pamphlets. I have made those pamphlets before. And all the family had to give me was cell phone pictures, which is fine. Obviously, like, our cell phones are the number one thing that's right there. But a lot of the pictures were blurry. They were really hard. Like, I couldn't resize them. There were all these different things. And, like, I was sitting and staring at this, just like, it humbles you because it makes you realize that although you can live without photography. Anybody can live without photography. But the fact that people take the time every single year to hire me to photograph their family members, that alone, that's what I do it for. Like, because those are the people that they love the most, and those are the people that they want to remember when all of this is said and done.
For sure.
So I think, like, we have to sit down and we have to go, okay, why does this stuff matter to me? I have seen my photography on a casket. Okay. Like, and that crap. Sorry.
That's a hard one. That's
all of my pictures were up there.
Yeah.
So when that person is gone and that's the last thing that they have, it just makes you sit back and go, okay, what is the bigger reason that you're doing this? Sorry.
No, you're good. It's okay. Don't apologize. Be emotional. Don't apologize.
It's hard. It is. It's, and obviously, like, if you're a baker, like, if you're baking cookies and stuff, like, you may not find something that deep. And I get that, but there's got to be a reason why you love doing what you do. Stop getting caught up in all the noise. All the noise, because at the end of the day, you're providing a service and somebody was so excited to hire you.
So excited. They put all their pennies in their penny jar, and that was why they came to you. And again, like in our last episode, we were like, you might not even be the best at what you do, but because you are who you are, That's why people will come to you. Like, and I'm sure people come to Jessa because of the good, like the person that she is, like over anything else. Like,
you're sweet. Stop.
So,
wait, what is a compliment? Knock it off.
I don't got time for this. I'm only making jokes now.
I know. I'm only here for crying and jokes, apparently.
But thank you
But
for
it's
sharing
true.
that. I do appreciate you sharing that.
That's something I don't really share often because obviously it's hard.
Yeah.
But we have to get back in touch with why we even started. And sometimes life will go, here's a reminder. It's not a fun one. Here you go.
But that's probably a stronger one than like most people. Like you said earlier, that's probably a strong reminder that you'll never forget about. So
exactly. And it made an impression on me. And just like with just like Jonas, like him coming face to face with the reality of it's no longer about us. It hasn't been about us. And it's very easy to get swept up in all the junk that we think is important. And that's when the stress starts adding on. And that's when, you start burning out and you start losing. Like, I know so many people that want to put their cameras down because they're tired. Like, it's very easy to get caught up in that. So we need to put the brakes down.
Put the brakes down and get back to it.
Yeah.
Get back to why you started doing the thing that you love doing.
So tell us your why.
Yes.
Tell us why you fell in love with it.
Why you decide to show up every day. Why?
Yeah. Is it to support your family? Is it because you just really love sticking your hands in cookie dough? Like, I could get behind that. I could totally get behind that. I love plants, so I'm always like soil. Soil. It's very grounding. So like, tell us your why. Why do you love it? It doesn't have to be as dramatic as what I was talking about, or but
which is that's a hard one to follow up. Like, I'm glad I went first, didn't I? Did I go first?
Yeah, I think
okay, so. Cool. I hope I went first. I really do hope I went first because I think I went first. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And that one, and here's the thing, like I even forget that. Like, even yesterday I wasn't thinking about that. So having to sit down and reconnect, like, it feels good to reconnect to that purpose, because there are weeks where things get really hard and I'm like, dang, I hate my job.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. And then you realize, well, this is why we do this. This is why you do it. And I don't really hate my job. I just get frustrated.
We all do. Especially when you're the employee and the boss.
And the boss.
I want to yell at somebody. Mm-hmm. I can only yell at myself.
Who didn't do this project? Me. Okay.
That guy.
Me. Got it.
I think that's it.
I think that is it. So you guys, don't lose sight of your why. Get back in touch with why you even started. Please. It's easy. You want to be Instagram famous? Cool. Like, do it.
Yeah.
Fine. But sometimes it's just a little deeper than that. And once you can, and if you need to, write it on a sticky note. Like, I think after we're done with this, I'm probably going to write it down and just stick it on my computer so I can remember forever. Yeah.
For sure.
It's something that'll help you lead the way. So thanks for tuning in to episode 5.
Five fingers.
5 fingers. We're going to run out of fingers soon. Get in touch with us. Tell us about your why. We'll make a post. We want to see your comments on it. We are on Instagram. It's Wisdom by Design Podcast. Everything is spelled correctly. I feel like I always have to. Everything is spelled exactly as it sounds. And we are on YouTube, and that link is in our Instagram bio if anybody wants to do that. So, you want to sign us off?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all for watching. We are going to go ahead and film episode 6.
Yeah. And I'm Jessa.
And I'm Cameron. And we will see you next time.
Wisdom by Design.